three people, one album, well actually two, and Green Day is one of, if not, the band who made punk. I want to say they're the best, but they're up there with greats. They were able to get from, okay, one of the greatest bands, then fell off with the second album, but then they came back, and that's pretty impressive. So I am the school punk school. And before you start, please like and subscribe. I'm begging you, please. I have, but this video is not sponsored. So guess what? You don't have to deal with sponsorship. The Green Day, the band who went from underground to the biggest story, but the story ain't just about success. This is about controversy, burnout, addiction, nearby breakups, and somehow it survived. This is the story of Green Day. How they brought their careers, or how they became one of the greatest bands of all time, to okay, you kind of becoming a 90s falling relic. And then when American Idiot released, they fully blew up. But we're gonna talk about that later. So let's get into it. The Gilman Years. The band who they eventually changed their name to Green Day. The name came from a slang, spending all day smoking weed. Very punk. Very punk smoking weed. They'll smoke weed. Their home became the legendary punk venue 724 Gilman Street. Gilman just wasn't a club, it was a moment. No sexism, no racist, no Corbin, no rapist, DIY, everything. Green Day became local legends. If you Google old Green Day clips, if you Google on YouTube before Green Day blew up, they they did something crazy. They played for their high school. Yeah, so they yeah, if you Google Green Day High School on YouTube, yeah, you can check. They have the entire Green Day show. Crazy. You know, I will not put the link in the description because I don't want to find find a safe. Yes. When I turn around. But and they released the first album, 39 Smooth. 39 Smooth wasn't. They didn't make them famous, but in the underground punk screen, people notice. People notice fast. They changed, drummers changed, non-stop touring, sleeping in vans, eating garbage food, and barely surviving financially. Classic punk band changed life. Classic punk band's life. But everything changed when Trey, who, the drummer, joined the band. Suddenly, the chemistry was perfect. And Green Day was about to go mainstream. Green Day released Dookie in People absolutely fucking loved it. It went mainstream. It and punk would never be the same. Songs like Basket Cake, Longview, When I Turn Around, it blew up everywhere. Even if you check Walmart nowadays, of course, like you can't find no punk albums at Walmart. No, like not even Offspring's album. They have Dookie every single time, and I still haven't bought it. MVT loved it, radio loved it, teenagers loved it. The album sold 20 million copies worldwide. But there was a about punk scene accused Green Day of being sellouts, and it's okay. Hold up, getting a little off topic here. If you're calling Green Day, Offspring, or Rancid any band who is trying to get punk into the mainstream, you're just a gatekeeper. You're an asshole. Because I don't call Green Day sellouts. I made a post asking, hey, are Green Day sellouts? Someone put yes. Green Day are not sellouts. I'm sorry. Green Day is just not a sellout. I personally believe Green Day is one of the greatest bands of all time. I do not care. Green Day might be one of the greatest bands of all time. And I personally listen to them. I'm not like obsessed with them, unlike some other bands I listen to. But especially the Gilman community, when Green Day signed to a major label, many fans felt afraid. And in my opinion, that really disappoints me because in Green Day, in my opinion, like Green Days they're not sellouts. When you're trying to get punk bigger, okay? When you're trying to, when they're trying to leave the underground, trying to make punk mainstream, trying to make punk more kids listen to it. No one understands. That's what we need. The betrayal was hit hard. Green Day had become too big for underground, but rock fans still haven't accepted them either. Just between words. After Green Day's Boogie, the biggest band, Green Day became the biggest band alive. But internationally, things get mad. Constant torture, pressing from labels, alcohol abuse, issues, albums like Insomniac, Nimrods, and Warning. Yeah, they were not good, personally. Nothing against them. I did not really like a lot of them. And for some reason, speaking of Nimrods, is anyone watching the new movie? Tell me in the comments if you're watching the new movie, Nimrods. And you're probably wondering, what are you talking about? Yeah, I personally check the internet, YouTube especially, way too much. And guess what I found? Green Day is making a movie called... They're making a movie, so hey. That's pretty cool. I will make a video. I will watch the movie, I'll make a video about it. And Warning. Warning was a total flop. Warning, in my opinion, is probably the third best Green Day album. But it flopped. It flopped. It only sold. Green Day's Warning wholly failed. I keep saying it only sold 3.5 million. And in the United States, only 1.2 million. And a lot of people, Green Day needed that. And, yeah. It showed the bands was expecting more. Some fans loved it. I just wanted the old sound like Dookie. How like Dookie sounded. I feel like if they made Warning sound like that, I think Warning would have been one of the better albums. band recorded an album. The master tapes was stolen. The master tapes for Green Day's, I don't remember what it's called. Love, Valentine, Cigarette. I don't remember what. Hold up. I'm sorry. I think it was like Love, Valentine's, and Cigarettes. I'm gonna check that because I actually do not give you the right my answers. Yeah, Cigarettes and Valentine's. It was unreleased in 2003, and the master tapes were stolen. No one knew what happened to it. And if you Google it today, I don't. It doesn't. It does not. And you can actually find before Green Day kind of lost the goddamn album. You can still find it. Gone. A year's work of vanished, but the band would collapse after that. But Green Day did the opposite. They started over. One of the most Dookie was crazy. American Idiot is fucking insane. It cannot be me. American Idiot. American Idiot sold. It's like crazy to think. Dan, it's crazy to think how many copies it sold. It sold 23 million fucking copies worldwide. And it's very political, in my opinion. Personally, to me, even like when people talk about this album in 2026, I personally make a joke saying it's basically our new national anthem. No one expected it to be massive. Punk rock opera, political songs, 9-minute track. Sounds insane, but no effects they would have pulled up 18-minute track, so what's on a 19-minute, it's a 9-minute track. It became legendary. Songs like Holiday, Blood Rod, Jesus in Suburban, Wake Me Up When September Ends, American Idiot song, turn Green Day into global stars again. They won Grammy. They sold millions. Walmart banned the Green. Okay, so in my opinion, when I talk about Walmart sells Dookie, okay, they would probably sell American Idiot, but guess what? They fucking banned it. They banned it because how political it is. So, and that's why at stores, yeah, but it famously refused to be in stock because there's no unedited version. They went against having the parent adverse. Because if you don't know what parent adverse is, I'll give you a quick summary real quick while I'm here. Parent adverse is probably the biggest bullshit ever. It's where I have an album. I have a few albums of it. Hold on, let me just grab one real quick. The parent adverse symbol, if you look in the corner of an album, it will have this on it. And that means this album is not made for kids, it's not made for teenagers, it's made for adults. It's meant to say, warning parents, hey, this might not be appropriate for a child. Which, in my opinion, that's kind of some bullshit. It's like, come on, that's like, Sublime, yes, I can understand. But Blink-182, come on. No parent ain't no listening to that. I sure ain't not. But, Green Day's American Idiot is just crazy, I swear. I personally like Green Day, but that's ridiculous. That's crazy. It's a good album. But the dark side of success. But the cause of success behind the scene, Billy Joe Armstrong, and yes, that is his name, was struggling badly with addiction, alcohol, pills, and pressure. Everything was spiraling, and it came during infamous 2012 iHeartRadio meltdown. Billy Joe stopped performing mid-show, and he screamed and destroyed his guitar. Yeah. The clip, 1 minute. You're going to give me 1 fucking minute. That's what he said. And yes, you can find it on YouTube, of course. Well, you can find anything on YouTube. The clip went viral insane as soon after he entered rehab. Fans worried, does the band finally end? But Green Day survived, and somehow they always do. And in my opinion, hey. And whether punk purists admitted to end, and oh right, I forgot before we do end this video, Green Day after a while they released a few more albums. Yeah, we ain't done. After releasing American Idiot, after American Idiot, they didn't release an album for 5 years. And then they released, in my opinion, I am a huge fan of that. It's called 21st Century Breakdown. I ain't a huge fan of the album. I own the album. I had to find it, and then in 2012 they released Dos, Uno, Try, then don't forget Revolution Radio, the father of all motherfuckers and savior. And don't forget the compilations they released. They released 109, Smooth and Sloppy, and the legacy, though, of Green Day. What was your legacy? Whether they were punk purists, admit it or not, out of politics, Green Day changed music forever. I'm sorry. Without Green Day, there will be no Blink, no Sum 41, no Good Charlotte, no My Chemical Romance Black Parade. We all know, a lot of Green Day fans love My Chemical Romance. There would be no punk revolution. I feel like without Green Day's Dookie and feel like Dookie and Offspring Smash, there would be no Green Day, no, any of that. And I feel like, hey, and I feel like without all of this, it would never, we, and hey, thank you for watching this video. I know I'm surprised y'all made it to the end. And hey, if you watched the entire thing, you must loved it. You must have liked it. From tiny clubs to worldwide fame, Green Day survived everything. Failure, backlash, addiction, burnout, and pressure becoming legends. But maybe, that's why fans still connect with them. And because underneath all that fame, they still feel like three punk kids trying to team over the nose. What's your favorite Green Day album? Thank you for watching. Goodbye.